favorite quotes is this: when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Ladies and gentlemen, someone that I looked at differently has tremendously changed. Mr. D.J. Batiste.
First and foremost, I just want to tell everybody in this building, thank you so much for being in the most important occupation on the planet. It does not get any bigger than this. Now that I travel the world and I'm with teachers every day, I realize that teachers' paycheck don't reflect what they do. This is the only job where you do brain surgeon work but don't get brain surgeon pay. And I just want you to know that I can't do anything about what you get paid. I just want you to know I know this. I know this. Then when I think back about second grade DJ and third grade DJ, to get paid so little and have to deal with so much. Wow. See, what I needed was somebody to teach me skills, not push me to the wayside. See, when you push a young man or a young lady to the wayside, what we now have created is a growing statistic, which means he will get older by age, but his mind frame will remain the same. Which means she will get older by age, but the way she does, but the way he or she does things will remain the same. Make sure you're not pushing kids to the wayside. Make sure you build them, meeting them where they are, and build them. Think of your biggest fear right now, whatever it may be. Your biggest fear, heights, bugs, whatever it is, think of it. Now imagine having to go deal with that biggest fear 5 days out the week, 8 hours a day. To think if you had to sit in a box of spiders for 8 hours, that young man gets that same feeling every time his bus pulls up to a place where the only thing that matters is academics, and yet he struggles academically. That young lady gets that same feeling every time her bus pulls up where the only thing that matters is academics, and yet she struggles academically. You'll be surprised at how many students I've had a chance to speak with, and I asked them, what is your biggest fear? And not one said spiders, snakes. The majority, school. School. Make sure you're doing everything in your power to change the traditional model of school. Exactly the energy that I have witnessed in this gymnasium since I walked through is the same energy you need to have tomorrow. When I come in here on the first day of school, if I see that energy, immediately my feelings about school change. Make sure y'all have things in your classroom on the first day that's just like the smart superintendent has set up for you on your first day. Make sure y'all play games. Make sure you recognize. Make sure you encourage. That is how the beginning of anything should start, which is why I find it brilliant. Today has worked out how it's worked out. That is the best way to start anything. Make sure you have this same plan for tomorrow. That first day of school should be all about connection building, relationship building, not work. Not yet, that's coming. We got 100-some days to do that. But today, on this day, what's up with you? What's up with you? Yeah, you don't like this, boy. Come on. Let me show you what you for. We finna do this here. That's school. That's school. I have been through every punitive punishment you can think of. Expelled from school, alternative school, went to alternative school, lasted 3 days back to regular school, back to alternative school. Anything a school can do to you, I've experienced it. I was what they call the worst of the worst. And the first day of my senior year, this happened.
So you can get a real feel for what it was like August 9th, 2009. We're gonna role play. You're gonna be my students, and tomorrow is your first day. This is gonna be like it is your first day and you're in my classroom, okay? All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Wow. You know, I can't believe I get paid to do this. It is indeed a job, students, but to me, it's so much more than that. It's like a ministry. You see, I feel like a missionary, and you're my mission field. Because there's so many of you that are lost in this high school. You aren't on the football team, you aren't a cheerleader, you're not on the debate team, you don't feel like you matter. You don't have purpose. Well, welcome to a place that's going to change all that. I want to make a commitment to you on this very first day of school. I will love and adore and cherish each one of you every day in spite of your mistakes. I will give you unconditional love. Speaking of mistakes, there's going to be many of those in here. In behavior especially, because we are imperfect people. And behavior is a skill. I'm going to teach behavior skills just like academic skills. When you make an oops, I'm not going to kick you out for making an oops. I'm going to coach and teach you a better way. I don't carry any discipline referrals in my room. I don't need them. I don't even know what they look like. I've never written on one. For you see, I believe in what's called the self-fulfilling prophecy. And what that means, students, is that if I think you will need referrals, you will need referrals. If I think I will need referrals, I will need referrals. So therefore, I don't think we'll need referrals. You'll make mistakes, but I'm going to be here to support and honor you through those. Though he sometimes...
Hey, what up?
Hi, good morning. There's a lot of... My name is Miss Porter, and your name, sir?
What up, DJ?
Hi, DJ. Welcome to our class family. I noticed you were running a few minutes late. You probably couldn't find our classroom. They actually moved me from the front hall to the back. But you know what? Better late than never. I'll take you any way I can get you. So welcome, sir.
What is it?
On your schedule there, it's called oral communications, but it's public speaking.
What's your name?
My name is Miss Porter.
What? I'm gonna call you Miss P.
You know what, DJ? Miss P is appropriate, and students, if you would like to call me Miss P as well, it is for you, sir, Miss P.
You got kids?
Wow, I just shared with our class family. I have 2 sons, yes.
2 sons? Mm-hmm. They got the same daddy?
Actually, they do have the same father. That is my husband, Mr. Porter.
So you married?
I am married. I've been married for over 30 years.
30 years? Mm-hmm. Don't you think it's time for a change?
All right, there's the question. We got CBS attention. Wow. It was not a rhetorical question. He wanted an answer. And it's the first day of school. This is not supposed to happen. Sexual harassment on the honeymoon day? That wasn't in my lesson plan. You see, the students knew him though. And I studied the nonverbal behavior of my class after he asked that question. And the little overachievers on the front row were like this. Oh my gosh, DJ Batiste is in my class all year long. I will never master the objectives of this curriculum. And then the homeboys who are in the back said, it's about to turn up in here. And I knew I had quite a legend on my hands. I just told them I'd never written a student up, which stands true to this day. I told them they would never see me in a non-composed state. I told them I would love them through all their mistakes. And then he comes in. And I knew they wanted to see if I was going to walk the walk and talk the talk. Because you see, many of our students don't believe that we truly are going to love them unconditionally. They're not used to that. And so I knew I had a lot of work to do really quickly, and it needed to be right. And so I took 3 deep breaths before I did anything, because research shows that I needed to turn my stress response off. Because looking at him, I was a little fearful, honestly. His sheer size. The fact that he would be fearless on the first day of school and be disrespectful to a teacher he's never even met. I knew that a traditional punitive approach would have no impact on him. So I took my deep breaths and did this. DJ, there's appropriate and inappropriate communication. And what you just asked me was indeed inappropriate. But I want to ask you something. Do you go to the doctor when you're well?
I go when I'm sick.
You go when you're sick. Do you come to this place and you're expected to know everything already about the War of 1812, quadratic equations, social and emotional intelligence?
You can learn a little bit.
You can learn a little bit. And in this area of social and emotional skills, you've got just a little bit to learn. But I have such great news, DJ. I get to teach you. So I was thinking, we have jobs in our class. You remember jobs in elementary school?
Job?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was the line leader.
I bet you were. I'm kind of picturing your teacher here and you right here. DJ, I can't see you as the caboose often. Our jobs aren't exactly like elementary school. They're more applicable to your interest, your personality, and it usually takes me students about 2 weeks to find which job is perfect for you. But sir, on this rare occasion, because your gifts are so overt, I want to pair a job with your gifts, and I don't even think you know you have it. You have something called charisma. Do you know what that means?
Really? Mm-hmm. I'm cute?
Not exactly. What it means, DJ, is that when you walk in a room, can I borrow the palm of your hand just as a metaphor? There you go. All these people need to be in the palm of your hand. You're what we call brilliant interpersonally. You're a people person. That's who you are. And if I tailor this job with your gift, I think I'm about to unleash something unbelievable. So if you're willing, I would like to ask you to be our class greeter. And that would mean that you would stand at the door every day. You would shake hands, high five, side hug the girls. There you go. After the tardy bell rings, for the first 2 to 3 minutes, I'm gonna ask if you're willing, you to come to the front of our room every day in open class and say, what's up?
Hold on, wait. You mean to tell me I get to stand at the door every day?
Every day.
I'm the first person everybody see.
First person.
And then on top of that, I get to come and stand in front of the class and get my own session for 2 to 3 minutes?
Absolutely.
All right.
There's just one cat. Breathe with me. You've got this. You just need to be on time.
What?
If you're going to be the first person that everybody sees, you get here first. Let's start over. My name is Donna Porter, and I don't know which counselor put you in my class. I didn't really say that, y'all. I just wanted you to know what I was thinking. But I think, sir, that this class might not just change your life. It may save it.
Nah, this time I'm thinking to myself, this lady is crazy. I remember that thought running through my head like something ain't right with this lady. That's because what was normal for me was for you to be screaming and yelling at me right now. See, that was my goal. That was my goal. I was going to enter in. I was going to get expelled the first day of school. I didn't want to be here anyway. I'm going to get expelled the first day of school. I'm going to get written up. She's going to write you up. She's going to say, I'm writing you up. I'm going to say, I don't care about no referral. What is that? A piece of paper? She going to give me the referral. I'm going to snatch the referral out of her hand. This is me. This is what I do. When I get outside the door, I'm going to slam the door. Boom! Loud. All the girls going to say, ooh, he bad and he cute. But for the first time, I lost to a teacher. This was so powerful. Don't miss how we got national attention. We can't make this up. Don't miss how we got national attention. What DJ did was the same thing DJ been doing since he was 4 years old. What makes the story is what my teacher chose to do with my disrespect. See, tomorrow you might get disrespected. It might happen to you tomorrow. Now, what you do after that sets the tone. Did y'all not hear what Miss P said? I don't need referrals. I don't need referrals. That's something I'll never forget. I don't keep referrals in here. I don't need them. Make sure y'all use that same power. When we hear things like that, this is what we think. She believe in us. When we hear this, I'm going to set these referrals right here. I'm going to set them right here. I already got one filled out. Now make me put your name on it. Play with me. Play with me. Guess how many times she had to write people up that year? Multiple. Make sure you use that power. It's nothing more than a correct tone to be set in the classroom. That's why I said tomorrow shouldn't be any work on the agenda. The first day of school, what is we doing work for? No. We should be learning about each other. That's why a lot of teacher and student relationships don't work the way it's supposed to work. Because the teacher feels like you're supposed to come in here, sit down, and do what I told you. But see, it's 2018, not 1818. If you still teaching how you were taught, you behind. That's why we're so passionate about what we do. I'm tired of creating statistics. We need more success stories.
On day 2, I remember standing at my door looking anxiously down and up the hall to see if he was coming. And he's easy to see. He rounded that corner with a vengeance. Everybody move out of my way, move out of my way. I got to get to Miss P's room on time because she has a job for me there. A connection? That's all you needed to be in a relationship with an educator? Indeed, it was. I was a little anxious about how it was going to go. I didn't give him any criteria for what his opening remarks would be. I can imagine what some of them could have been like. I got some weed in the trunk. Anybody want to hit me up and pray? Just keeping it real with my high school teachers. But instead, he comes to the front of the room and he says something like, anybody need help with where their next classes are? I was like, oh good, thank you. He's like, hey, we played Friday night. Anybody going to the game? I was like, okay, that's appropriate. We're good. We're good. And then I asked him later, DJ, why was that first day appropriate when I gave you no parameters?
Well, I definitely could have got up there and said cuss words. I know cuss words. But I chose not to. For the first time, I was getting positive recognition. I had never received that. I didn't know what that felt like. So as a teacher, with you knowing these kids do not want to be here, what are you doing to create an environment where we want to be? That has to be your goal. That has to be your goal. And Ms. B came through and allowed me to feel positive encouragement. It does not matter what that child did last year. You be the teacher that give them a fresh start, because you can be the one that changing now.
Because even though we keep referring to teachers, we're talking about everybody in this room. Anyone that has a chance to see a child any day can change their whole life.
Yeah, I just want to piggyback on what Ms. P said, and I just want to tell you that we do a lot of convocations, and not often do we see the custodians recognized. And me living that class that she's talking about, I just want to say thank y'all for doing that, because I want y'all to take the time to think, if we only had teachers and students, no bus drivers, no cafeteria workers, and no custodians, how would the school run? Ooh, we'll be in trouble. We'll be in trouble. I'm telling you, they play a huge part of the success of the school. So make sure that remains in LPS tradition, that we will recognize everybody, not just teachers. Because honestly, teachers are not the only people who keep this school afloat. You can't tell me the power of a teacher. I live it every day. Me to be standing right here on your court is because of my teacher. Make sure you know how powerful you are, because you are. Now, once again, I know you don't get paid much. I can't help you. But what I can help you with is helping you understand just how powerful a teacher can be. I owe my life to my teacher. I want you to have that same success story when a student is able to come back and say, you know what, miss, it's because of you that I'm successful today. I want you to have that same success story when a student is able to come back and say, coach, I appreciate that, coach. If it weren't for you, coach, I don't know where I'd be. Remember, this is the most important occupation on the planet. And you are it. Doesn't get any bigger than you.
Of all the events that we've experienced together in the last 10 years, there's no one greater than what we all are working toward, which is graduation for our students.
Like Ms. P said, I'm the first person in my family to ever graduate. And I remind you that my goal on the first day of school was to get expelled. Luckily, I met Ms. P. Yeah. Not a traditional model. Because that traditional model teacher would have said, DJ, get out, wipe you up, and I was expelled the first day. Now that same DJ who on this court right now would have went home, had a pocket full of rock, pocket full of drugs. Somebody either want to come take something from me, or I want to go take something from somebody else. Now they killed me, or I killed them when I was supposed to be in your class. Tomorrow this can happen. Matter of fact, tomorrow it's gonna happen. It's like hide and go seek, ready or not. Here I come. Remember, your first encounter with a young man or a young lady, it might be a disrespectful one. Don't let that define the way y'all handle the rest of the year. You expel that young man and that young lady on the first day, your story can't end like this. Don't miss how we got national attention. Be ready. Accept them where they are and build them. Yeah. A teacher is not only teaching math, reading, writing. As a matter of fact, since I have been traveling the world, I have yet to see a quadratic equation. A teacher teaches how to be human. That's something we do every day. That's what a teacher teaches. How to be human. How to survive. How to be a successful young man, a successful young lady. And I was the first person in my family to graduate. I can remember the back of my closet don't have my cap and gown hanging. I can remember thinking to myself, man, that's mine. Graduation was at 7 o'clock p.m. At 12 o'clock noon, I was fully dressed. I'm talking about walking around the hood, cap and gown. I'm straight. I'm walking around, just walking around, people stopping, taking pictures. I'm like, what's up? I get to the stadium, I see Miss P. I say, Miss P!
Wow, look at you. Oh, what a scholar you are.
I know.
DJ, your gown is like so wrinkled.
Miss P, I had this on all day.
It looks like you actually slept in it. And you know what? I wouldn't blame you if you did. Because you know there's not enough hours in this day. It just only comes once in a lifetime.
Miss P, there's nothing more I want on my graduation day than for you to walk me to my chair. Because without you, I wouldn't be here. Me and Miss P locked arms like this. The gates of graduation swung open. Me and Miss P. Step to that thing, I can promise you they haven't screamed as loud before nor after. See, this DJ. DJ ain't been carrying weight since he was a little boy. A long time ago, my community had given up on me. This the same people who told their son, don't play with me. A long time ago, my family had given up on me. But it took the love, faith, and belief of you. My teacher. Thank you.